Hello, everyone. I hope you're having a great day. In case you did not know, today on May 7th, they dropped the trailer for the new Aliens Fireteam Elite 2. I'm very excited to see it. I'm excited to see what they're going to do with it. I have watched the trailer. I do like a couple things about it. There's some things I'm a little concerned about, and so I am not going to play the trailer because I don't want to get in trouble with copyright. I know that there are some ways to get away with it, but I don't know exactly how to do it. I'm going to put this on mute in case I decide to play a part of it because I don't want to get in trouble for any copyright stuff. So first off, I do like this shot, the fact that they are showing that they're trying to remain as true as possible to the time frame that this comes out in, which is where we see the retro future where they're doing stuff to go into space and they're doing all that stuff, but it still looks like technology that was from like the 70s and 80s, which was a necessity for the movie because of obviously when it was made. They do show some interesting little beauty shots. We see a Xeno walking by. I do recommend that you watch this when you get a chance. I like the fact that they have the fingernails on it. We see that it's darkened. It could be because it's old. It could be just the fact that it's dead. Or it could be the fact that it's been contaminated with a pathogen. We see here someone's dead and they're doing a call asking for help from anyone. This here is really interesting to me, and I'll show why in a little bit. We see the new drop ship. I can't remember the name of it. I am a big sucker for the old Cheyenne, but that's not relevant to this video. Let's see. We see some nice... So this is one thing that I'm hoping shows that they're focusing on other things rather than just aesthetics. So if you look at this model here, it does look pretty good, but it doesn't look all that great compared to some of the newer games. So I'm hoping that means that they used the time and the like the size of the files and stuff when they make it for something a little bit more interesting, such as updating the AI. If you played Fireteam Elite, you notice that like the runners can't attack you from the walls. They have to get on the ground first. I hope they update that. Yeah, so I'm hoping that they're advancing a lot more of the technological stuff behind the scenes. This does look a little bit better than the first one, but I'm hoping that they're using that extra time. And because this is like 5-6 years after the first one came out, and I think that they haven't done anything with Alien Fireteam Elite since Alien Day 2024, I think. So I hope that they've used that time to work on the AIs and stuff like that to make them work a little better. Hopefully, if you're like me, where some of the friends that you met during it stop playing it, but you still enjoy playing it, I hope that they make the AI of whether you have synthetic battle buddies or whatever they want to call it. I hope that they make them a little better. Maybe make it so you can tell them where to stand. If you try to play on higher difficulty with the bots, you know what I'm talking about. So we see how in the original we see 3, but oh, right here. This tells me this is the M41A pulse rifle with a 20mm underslung grenade launcher, 10mm caseless. We see that it has a larger magazine than what we normally see. It's got 62 left. And so I'm hoping that they bring the M41A into it with the underslung grenade launcher. I don't know exactly how they're going to do that with the current controls, but I hope that they do bring it in, because before you had the pulse rifle but with no grenade launcher. One things that you could have as a secondary weapon was like a pump action, I think it was a 4-shot grenade launcher. I hope that they find a way to combine it in the actual game and not just show it in trailers, because it is such an iconic weapon for the Alien franchise. But we see very Vasquez-ish. We see someone's cutting through the door. We see that they look at it, but they don't look concerned. And then door opens. And now, why isn't it showing that? There we go. 4-man team. I have some hopes and I have some concerns. Aliens Fireteam Elite, when it first launched, had a lot of trouble with matchmaking. At least I did. I was playing on an Xbox. I know that my other friends were playing on Xboxes as well. We were having trouble syncing the things to be able to play together. Have had issues doing it on my PC and on my Xbox. My nephew wanted to try the game this early April of this year, and we still had a little bit. We had to finagle play with it a little bit in order to get it so we could play, even though I have it on Steam and on Xbox. Although I feel sorry for the guy because he saw my screen name on both and was probably like, what the heck is going on that this guy's controlling two characters? Or what's the odds of them having the same screen name? So this is where I hope that they took the time to fix some of the issues. We had trouble with 3. From my understanding, 3 was like the golden ratio for having multiplayer for a long time. As far as doing the PvE stuff like this, I hope that they have worked out how to make this work, because that'd be another hit to it if they had trouble with it on launch. Now, we do see that the classes are back. This guy looks like a tech. But he's got a rifle. So he may not be a tech. Like, that looks like a turret to me. But he's got the M41A, unless they reworked it so you could have a rifle. This looks a bit chunkier than what I remember. And I found a screenshot that I think might explain what this is. I'm assuming that this is a gunner. He looks like he's got something a little bit more right here. I don't know if he's going to be like a recon. But they did say that they are bringing back some of the or they're bringing back the what's it called? The classes, the loadouts. So, as we can see, this is the heavy. He's got smart gun. And this chonky boy, it looks to me like it's a volley system of some sort. I don't know if it's going to snap up onto the shoulder. I kind of hope not, because that would suck in real life. But it looks like it is some sort of launch platform. I'm not sure exactly what this is supposed to be. We see that this guy has something up. We see that it's launching, looks like some sort of rockets. There's explosions. I don't see him carrying a heavy, so maybe they've updated the classes to where one has some sort of shoulder rocket launcher. Maybe it's a mobile grenade launcher, multi-grenade launcher, I should say. Looks like a Praetorian. Drone, smooth head. Looks like the plasma. So some of this stuff does look quite a bit prettier. This may be a Praetorian. I don't think it's a Charger. The crest isn't big enough. Here we see, let me back it up a little bit, see if I can get that. There we go. So here's the turret at play, so we know that the technician has a turret, or they've got deployable turrets just like in the first one. This looks like a little bit more detailed than what you saw before, so I'm hoping that this means that this is the turret for the tech. It looks like it may be firing. This may be a tracking laser, because we see the impact here and we see the traces. So this may be, and this could be an ejected shell. So it may be like how it is in the vanilla part. We see the ambush guys, the prowlers. We see the turret again. That's a close up of the prowler. Double flamethrower or the heavy flamethrower, fun gun to use. Sometimes not so good whenever you're with friends, unless you like to be that not so friendly fire guy. This is a heavy. That's a heavy. So he's got a big trunk backpack too. Let's see. So they may do more with the cutting. It seems like that they show the cutting like 2 or 3 times. So maybe we'll get more use out of that. I hope they do add some new weaponry. So far, it looks like the same kind of stuff as before. Oh, this guy. Let's see if I can get a good shot of him. So, looks like we're going to be finding some sort of drone or some sort of mech. I'm assuming that this has something to do with the androids. You do see an android in this. I'm hoping that they do a little bit more with this, that whenever it takes up a certain stance or something like that, you can't just blast into it because you get reflect or you could get ricochets. I think that'd be kind of a neat neat effect. Let's see. Looks like he's fighting it too. Looks like that this is the chain gun, or not the minigun, chain gun, whatever they called it. I didn't use it all that much. And then we do see at one point a guy using, oh, this is a freeze trap. Kind of looks cool when it goes off now. I wonder if they're going to add some sort of shatter effect as a multiplier for damage. This looks like another of the bone ship, dreadnought, juggernaut, whatever you want to call it. The ship that we see the engineers use. Spitter. I hope they update the spitter. I thought the spitter was kind of annoying. It wasn't all as that interesting considering how it could be. So I hope they update that. Oh, here we go. I thought it was a baton. Am I wrong? Here, there we go. So it looks like you're going to have some sort of melee baton ability. Maybe it's just going to be how the melee is now. Kind of a neat to see. It's going to be interesting if they add that as a weapon slot. And then we see the big boy. These guys were fun to fight. They were really chunky, just kind of bullet sponges, but they were still kind of fun. Now this guy. I watched a video earlier that a guy said that he doesn't know if it's queen or king. I don't think it's going to be a king for the simple fact that king was created. If you're interested in that storyline, there's the comics and then there's the book. It's Aliens Rogue, if I remember correct. We see that this takes place in a hive, so I doubt that it is a king alien because the queen and the king do not get along. What did I just do? I hit something on my keyboard. There we go. So I doubt it's a king. Couple things. Crest looks very much like what we saw in the movie. Second set of hands here. Exactly the same place as we saw in the movie. The mouth structure looks exactly the same. The neck ridges, almost like ribs. The little spike protrusions on the back. This all screams to me that it is a queen and not a king. I could be wrong, but I don't think I am. Another interesting thing. Comes out this year. Comes out in summer. It's already May. So they've got 2 to 3 months. Very excited about it. Now let's go to the website. So, 3 people, which means there's 4. I really hope that they fix the issues they were having with co-op. Because if it's a co-op game, and you have trouble getting a group of your friends together, it's not going to do well. We saw issues with that with the original one, and we saw dips in play. So I hope that they really fix that. Cross platform, I understand, is really difficult because the tech is different. What I have in my PC versus my Xbox, it's different. Everything from the Ethernet plug, so the speeds, the processor, all that data is going in at different rates and in different resolutions. So I understand that there's going to be issues with that. They say they're going to offer some new classes and weapons. We didn't really see anything new except for this and this. Given the splatter stuff here, that looks to me like whenever you shoot a shotgun, it doesn't burn all the propellant. It looks like it's a revolver, or has a cylinder, I should say. So maybe like a 6-round shotgun. Maybe you'll be able to reload it as you shoot. I don't know. 5 unique classes. Let's see. Gunner, Demolisher, Medic, Tech, Phalanx, Lancer, Recon. That's 7. Demolisher, Lancer, Medic, Gunner, Tech, Recon. So it still looks like we lost at least one. Okay. 2, because Phalanx. Okay, so it'll be interesting to see what they got rid of. I hope it's the Phalanx. I did not like that character. It was too much of a... Aliens, you want to keep them away from me. Phalanx was very good up close. You don't want them to get up close. Said that they're going to be smarter and more aggressive, so I hope that that is true. That, like as I said with the runner, that they make it so you can jump from the walls. Said there's going to be more guns, fire modes. I wonder if they're going to make it so it goes from like burst, full auto, and semi. Horde, that's not something new. You've got Horde mode now. Specialist in-game class. I hope that that is going to be something that it says for fully custom Marines. I hope that gives you the ability to hybrid classes. Which I have a feeling that if it is, that it's going to become where there's a build that's the meta. The metas always bug me in the simple fact that games should be played how you want. If you want to play a gunner, then you should be able to play and be decent. Like you should be viable as a gunner. If you want to play as a tech, you should be viable as a tech. It shouldn't be where you have to do, for example, what pops in my head is OP. Demolisher with gunner, Demolisher with tech, or tech with gunner, so you get that overclock. Those can be really OP depending on how things go. It can make it so if you want to play the high end contact, you must be playing this class with this guns or whatever. And I hate it when they do that because the whole point of a game is to enjoy it. So I hope they don't do that. But I do have high hopes for this. I am really excited to see what they do with it. Let's see. Let's take a look at some of the beauty shots. Excuse me. This kind of reminds me of the auto shotgun. It's got a canister with that. Heavy. Wayland Utani. Let's see the next one. Am I able to drag it across? Nope. So, Android. Heavy. That could be a subgun. Okay, we see that it looks like he's wearing different armor, so looks like that customization is still available. What is this guy doing? Oh, he's getting hit from the side. And we see another type of crawler. So we see a crawler with armor. And we see little ones. So that's cool. This could be the king, but I think it's going to be a Praetorian. Interesting. It's got a little. I wonder if they're going to make it so it has a combat ability with using these. Normally, some sort of forearm weapon when we see them, like for example in Batman. Um, Batman Begins. We saw that could be used as a weapon, so let's hope that anything to make them anything to make it more interesting. I think this is that baton thing being used. Looks like knocked that one flat on his butt. Beauty shot of the drop ship. Very pretty. That looks like some sort of squad weapon, like a saw. We see he's got the pulse rifle. That looks like the auto shotgun. Yeah, that looks like a squad weapon to me. It's got the big chunky box mag. Almost looks like a modified Scar. I could be wrong about that. Let's see what else they got. And then the pretty shot of Big Chap, a drone. Very nice to see. You can see the skull underneath. A bit of trivia from the original one. You could, it wasn't originally supposed to have this. You were supposed to be able to see the sockets, but they decided to change it. So that's good to see. So it's going to be on Steam, Epic, Xbox, PlayStation, Daybreak, Cold Iron. So overall, I am pretty excited about this. It'll be interesting to see what they do with it. I hope that they fix some of the issues that I had to begin with. Mainly the crossplay. That's the biggest thing I'm kind of concerned about. It'll be interesting to see what classes they cut, what loadouts I should say, they cut, which ones they modified. Overall, I am very excited. I can't wait to play this. I'm going to wish list it as soon as I finish making this video. And I hope that y'all watch the trailer. Leave a comment. Tell me what you think of it. And as always, be well.